Hello everyone, welcome back to FS25. Just in field number 5 at the moment. We are putting down our first layer of fertiliser. Last episode we put wheat in this field. As soon as we've done this, we are going to advance into October. Reason being, we're going to have a little bit of weeding to do. This field and number 4 will need its second layer of fertiliser. And then once we've done that, we're probably going to make a start on field number 2, because for now we are going to put some grass in there. Eventually that's going to be our soybean field, but we can't plant that for a little while, so we're going to make the most of that and put grass in. Of course, we're going to need grass for our goats and water buffalo. We need to make silage and hay. So yeah, at the moment we don't have a way to get grass, so that's definitely what we're going to have to do. So there we go, that's finished up. We should definitely have enough in here for both these fields. They are very, very small fields. So let's get on into the house. We'll get rested. It'll be an early finish. Obviously things are looking a little bit bleak at the moment with the bank balance, but I'm not too worried because we've got a lot of pallets to sell. We've got canola and wheat in the silo, and we've got a lot of products to sell. Now, we're waiting until November, December time to sell all those. We are going to sell everything in one go and have one big payday. And then with that payday, with a bit of luck, we'll either get ourselves a nice big upgrade, might pay a little bit off the loan. We'll see, but yeah, it's going to be nice to have a big chunk of money come in, rather than little bits here and there. Because when you get little bits, you don't really see it too much. With a big chunk of money, we could potentially look at a piece of land. There's lots we can look at. We need to get ourselves a dairy factory at some point as well. Obviously, we've got our playground going on. We need to get into rope and cement, so there's lots and lots of things to do. Clearly, the AI have had a tiny little issue here. Not sure what's happened. That's a tiny patch they've missed. Never mind. We didn't do that one. Our AI worker did. But there we go. Anyway, so both fields now need weeding. Let's just have a little look in the sale. A silage compactor. Yeah, no good to us at the moment. So I think what we'll do, I will get this hooked up to the John Deere. We'll get a worker in both the fields doing the fertilising. We'll grab the weeder. Where is the John Deere? Oh, it's up here. Okay, so let's take this down. We'll get it hooked up, get the AI working, and then we'll just do the weeding really quick. We'll be able to fly through both of those fields in no time at all. And then we can move on to the next jobs. Right, okay, there we go. So the AI worker is off. They are going to do the fertilising on that field. We'll do the weeding on this one, and then we'll switch over, and I'll do the weed on that one. She can do the fertilising on this one. So crop destruction is turned on, but there is no crop destruction at the moment because it's at its first growth cycle. If this was a little bit later on, then we would have to get narrow tyres fitted, but for now we are okay. So let's get number 4 and 5 wrapped up, and then we can move on with some other bits, and that will be these fields done and sorted until harvest time. Alright then, there we go. Looks like we finished before the AI worker, but that's okay. We can let her crack on with what she's doing. Perfect, so we'll get that folded up. So, last time around, in the last episode, we did put this preserved food factory down. I didn't really do a lot of research into it, and I just sort of put it there and thought, oh, it's okay, our ingredients will be able to make lots of different things. Well, the only thing our ingredients can make is kimchi, which is obviously not ideal. So I do just want to have a little look and see what other sort of stuff we could make here. Now, obviously it's going to have to be greenhouse stuff for now. Green beans and peas we can't do currently. Flour and eggs, quite possibly. Obviously we would need to get some chickens for that, but that's not out the way. So yeah, there's not a great deal, but someone did tell me the problem is with this is obviously as it takes 20 cabbage to only 2 of the others, we'll end up with lots and lots and lots of overspill. The cabbage isn't going to be able to keep up. There's going to be way too much cabbage. So what we'll probably have to end up doing is getting a separate smaller greenhouse only with cabbage in, feeding directly to this, and then this one over here will have that just set to what it is doing currently, but not the cabbage as well, because we did add cabbage onto this, which we've got a big 1 litres of. But yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll end up getting a smaller greenhouse just for cabbage going straight into that factory. And someone did say as well that lettuce is a very, very good money maker. So perhaps when we've got the money, we'll put another one down with lettuce as well. But there we go anyway. So we'll just grab the John Deere off the field here. And then we'll just have a little look on the map and make sure everything is as it should be. Obviously, we haven't rolled it. We still can't afford a roller. That is not a big priority at the moment. So let's just have a little look on here and see where we are. So I'm a little bit unsure what's going on there. Oh, that's okay actually. No, forget that. That's the one that's been harvested. So we need to replant that and fertilise that again. These ones are okay. They've both had 2 layers of fertiliser on there. We do have a little bit of field stone. If we get some more of that, we're going to have to take care of that. But for now, it is only a little bit, so it's not too bad. So let's just have a little look at some prices. So our canola, let's just make sure this haven't changed. So the canola is now November. So that has already changed. This used to happen in FS22 where you would check it 1 month and then you check it another time and it would either go backwards or forwards. Well, this was December, it's now November, but that's good for us. That is really good. So what else have we got? We've got our garlic, which is now January, and that was December. See, this is what I mean. You do have to check quite regularly. The kimchi, well, there's not a very big price difference in that from the top to the bottom, so you can pretty much sell that at any time, which is actually pretty good for us. I'll take that. That's quite pleasing. And yeah, there we go. See, the lettuce is worth nearly £2,000 a litre, which is very, very nice. We've got oat, so that is December, so that one hasn't moved. So yeah, we have got lots and lots to sell. Obviously, we've got some mushrooms and some other bits building up. But at the moment, we just need to have a little look at the straw price, because the trailer is fully loaded with straw. And actually, I don't think we can get that trailer emptied now. The price was very, very bad when we first checked. I think it was £56 per 1,000 litres. The animal dealer is now paying £77. That is only £11 off its best price. So I will definitely take that. That's pretty good actually. So let's find the animal dealer on here and we'll go and have a little trip. It would be very, very nice to get that trailer empty for sure. There we go. So we don't need to tag that because it's just opposite the dealer. So let's jump in the Valtra. We'll pick up the low loader and we'll get that sold. So that's actually a really nice bonus. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Nice, okay. And before we do that, actually, let's be efficient. We'll hook the John Deere up to the cultivator, and we'll get the worker started in the big field ready for the grass. Then while we're off, by the time we get back with a bit of luck, she'll be nearly done. So yeah, that's actually okay. I'm happy with that. I thought we might have to progress a couple of months to get some bits sold, but that's good. So after we've got the straw sold, we could probably load up the planks and get them sold as well, because we're only waiting for the best price for the produce, the garlic, the peppers and everything else, and the mushrooms, and then obviously the stuff in the silo. So that's not a cultivator, that's a seeder. We're not going to get very far with that. Okay, perfect. So the worker is going to crack on with the cultivating. We'll get this harvester out the way and in the shed, because we're not going to need that for a little while now. We did sell the header trailer in the last episode. I really don't see the need for it, of a header of this size. It's not like it's massive, so we'll just leave it attached. And yeah, she's set. We'll go off to the shop, and hopefully we're going to come back with lots more money in the bank. Okay, so we've got 159,000 litres of straw on board at the moment, which should give us a nice little amount. I haven't sold here yet, but I can see two different triggers, so I suspect it's probably going to be this one here. So let's just pull in and we'll see what happens. We'll get the straps off. There we go, perfect. £12,500, very nice. That is pretty good. So while we're here, we are just going to pop over to the dealership. I'm probably not going to do it now because it's going to cost too much money, but I do just want to know what sort of figure we are looking at to get this tractor serviced, because it is pretty bad on the maintenance side of things at the moment. So let's just have a little look, and then at least we'll have a rough idea of what we need to do. I'm a little bit worried that it might be quite bad. Yeah, that would wipe us out actually. 12,500. So for now we're gonna have to keep running it. We'll try not to let it get completely empty, but yeah, that's not great. But on the plus side, the low loader is empty, so we'll jump in the telehandler when we get back, get the planks on, and then head over to the playground. Okay, last lot of planks to go on the trailer now. Lovely, this should be pretty good. I don't know the exact figure, but I'd like to hope we're going to get at least £20,000 from this. It would be super nice if we did. So there we go, perfect. Let's head on, we'll get those strapped down, and let's get to the playground. Right, so before we get in the trigger point, we will just double check, make sure they want everything. So we've got beams, planks, and planks long. Okay, so for the next step, they potentially don't need planks. There is 1,000 litres in storage. So what I'll do, we'll just pull up beside this and we'll throw them off one at a time. Well, we'll start with the planks first. I think that'll be the easiest. We'll throw one crate of planks in. If they pay us, then we're good to go. If they don't, then okay, they did. 2,700. So yeah, that is fine then. Right, so we can just drive in with the rest. So that is a good sign anyway. 2,700 from one. So with a bit of luck, we will hit that 20,000 that we wanted to get. Oh yeah, lovely, lovely. So that was actually nearly 30,000 all in. So that is pretty nice. Okay, excellent. So I have downloaded a mod, and it is a mod where you can lease production points. Now I just want to have a little look. Let's see if we can find it. Obviously we can't. There we go. So you've got an option here. Normally you would only have the buy option, but we have got a leasing option. I just want to know how much that would cost. Now, is it going to give us a price before we go ahead and do it? Okay, so we don't want to do it, but this was just out of curiosity. 821 for a day. I don't think that's too bad, because if you were to buy it, that would cost... so what's going on? It doesn't want us to buy it anymore. There we go. If you was to buy it, that would cost 300,000. So definitely that is something that we could look into. We could potentially try and get the materials for the rope, or even the cement factory, any factory really. We could try and get the materials for something that's going to make us lots and lots of money, and potentially lease one for a day or two. That could be a very, very good way of earning some good money. Right, so let's get back. We'll see how Mary is getting on, and then we may progress into the next day, or we might have a look at those greenhouses and polytunnels actually. But let's get back and we'll make a decision. Okay, so we can see the work going around there. They're doing the headlands at the moment. Hopefully they're going to get that little corner that they've missed for some reason, but I'm sure they'll know what they're doing. So yeah, I think rather than waste a day, we'll do what we were talking about. We'll see if we can get a couple of smaller polytunnels or greenhouses in. I think that is probably the ideal thing to do. So let's just have a little look in construction, into factories and then greenhouses. So let's have a little look. So I don't think we'll want a small one. Let's just have a little look. So yeah, a small one is obviously small, half the size and half the amount. Right, so at the moment I believe the tarp ones are cheaper than, yeah, a lot cheaper actually. So we're not going to go for a glass one. We're on a budget at the moment. So we could potentially get a medium for 18,000. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. What we could do, this large one here, we could keep that to peppers, onions and garlic. We'll take the cabbage off of that, and we'll have this one lettuce and cabbage. I think that is the thing to do. So all we need to do is find a space for it. Now this probably is the ideal space right here, I would say. Just behind this one. Keep it in a nice little line. Get it nice and square. There it is. Wonderful. So let's go and have a look at our latest greenhouse. We'll have to activate the bits. Looks like we've got a branch here. Have to see if I can get that out of the way. Seems to be a little bit stuck at the moment, but I'll have a play with that, see if I can get rid of that. Anyway, let's get in here. Okay, so we need to fill up with water, obviously. We'll activate the cabbage and we'll distribute those. We'll activate the lettuce, but we will just store those because we want those to sell. Perfect. Right, so we'll just go back over to this one and we'll stop the production of the cabbage. We've only got 32 litres in there because they are going direct to the preserved food factory at the moment. Right, okay, so cross to cabbage. We'll deactivate that. Wonderful. So at the moment this one is still just on the peppers, the garlic and the spring onions. Okay, so that should speed up the production of the kimchi, and that should give us a nice amount of lettuce as well. So we are getting very, very close to having our first crate of kimchi here. It is at 825 litres. Right, so let's get in the voucher. We'll do a few water runs. Let's just see how everything else is getting on. So, oh, okay. So the goats are actually producing milk. I did not expect that whatsoever. I thought they had to grow up a bit to produce milk. 21 litres. Well, that is a nice little surprise. So they've both got loads and loads of water. So let's just have a little look at goat milk. We'll see what sort of money that is worth. Obviously, we haven't got a lot at the moment, but we'll let that build up. Okay, so goat milk is actually worth a lot of money. £5,500. Very, very nice. You could also turn it into goat cheese, which is a little bit less, but it depends how much milk you have to put towards that. You might get 2 cheese for 1 milk. I'm not sure, but that is nice. So if we could build a little bit up between October and January, that would be actually perfect. That is really good. They're only 2 months old. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's excellent. So they're absolutely fine on water. And let's just check the other ones out. So they have all got a bit of water, but they are running a little bit low. So we'll just do a little water run. After that, we'll go up to the goats, and we'll just see what's going on. So obviously, we're going to have to buy ourselves a milk tanker eventually. Okay then, so let's just see how all these are getting on. Let's see if they've grown up a little bit more. So definitely looking bigger. Yeah, a lot bigger. Wow, they've grown a lot actually. You can see that here's a small one and here's a bigger one. So obviously this is one of the first ones we got. And this is one of the new ones. Wonderful, so that's great. They're all looking fantastic. So let's just see, as we've got a tiny bit of money, should we add a few more in? Yeah, I think we should. We've only got 12 so far, we can hold 31. So let's buy, we'll buy another 5. There we go, 17. Wonderful, and we'll see how the goat's getting on. I didn't buy all of them at once, I mean purely because we didn't have the money. Also we haven't got the means to transport them to a barn yet, so that's why we haven't. If we do it in stages it will just be a little bit easier. Oh, okay. So is this our milk here? Can we pick that up? I'm not too sure. No, we can't pick it up, so we obviously have to drive a tanker up to it. But yeah, lovely. I'm really happy with that. I thought we would have to have done something similar to the buffalo, where we would have to transport them into the barn. The fact we don't, that is really, really nice. So let's just have a little look at these guys. You can barely see them in the meadow. Hiding. Where are the rest? They must all be hiding as well. Yep. They're absolutely tiny. Nice. Okay, well that's great. So, because that is such good news, we should definitely capitalise on that and get more goats in. I thought we would have had to have waited for them to grow up before they would produce us some milk, but clearly not. So that is really, really nice. So we can have 42 in here. So we're going to spend a little bit more money on these ones. We'll go with 30 in total. There we go. Perfect. So goats produce goat milk, which can be sold directly or processed further. Goats eat grass and hay. Additionally, they require water. This is a lamb. Animals that are healthy and older than 8 months can reproduce. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually say anything about milk. So, wonderful. Nice. What a lovely little bonus that is. Very, very pleasing. Okay, so Mary is over there on field number 2, cracking on. We've done everything on these fields that we can do. They are growing perfectly and lovely. So, I think what we'll do, although this one does say it needs... No, okay. It said it needed lime in one spot, but that was obviously just one bad area. So I'm pretty sure we can go into November. There's no point hanging around, and that should be the best time for our canola with a bit of luck. Good morning, Walter. Should be a busy day for us today. We should earn lots and lots of money. So we've got some mushrooms stacked up. I was actually meant to put some water in this, but I did forget. But it doesn't seem to use a lot. It's still got 1,700 litres in there, so that's fine. The bees, they are slowly getting better, but it is slow. So let's double check some prices. We'll see how it's all going and see what we can sell. So let's just head to the top here. So we'll start off with the canola. So as we suspected, the price has moved again, but it's 1,251. We can actually get more than that in various places. So the canola will definitely be going. So the canola should give us a little bit of money back in the bank. We haven't found any collectibles for 4 or 5 episodes now, so if anyone does know where any are, then please let me know. That would be very helpful. And I can also see we have got our first pallet of kimchi. Excellent. Lovely. Alright, that's really good. Nice. Okay, we're not too far away from a second one either, actually. So that is perfect. How are we getting on over at this greenhouse? Obviously, the spawn point is a little bit messed up here. For some reason, I can't seem to move these out the way. Might be something to do with this branch here. I'll have to have a play about with that off camera, see if I can get them out the way. Anyway, let's go and grab the trailer. We'll load up with canola. We need to tag that place actually, so let's just do that. We'll be selling at the oil mill. Don't think we've been there yet, so that'll be a nice new place to go to. Obviously the trailer hasn't got a massive capacity, so we are going to have to do 2 or 3 runs. Let's just have a little look in the sale. What we got here then? Got a few bits. So we've got a nice flatbed trailer there. So that is that a bale? Yes, that is a bale trailer. Okay. That is something to think about. That looks pretty nice. That's quite a cool utility vehicle. If we had more money to spend, I would love to get something like that. Perhaps we'll get that in the future. I think that looks really cool actually. So yeah, nice. And that is a very nice trailer, but too expensive for us. We need something sort of in between that one and in between this one. Right, okay, so there we are. We've got 8,000 litres of canola in. We'll head over to the oil mill. We'll do a couple of runs. And hopefully by the end of it, we'll have lots and lots of money again. Alright, so we've arrived at the oil mill. First time selling at this place. It's actually right near Willie's restaurant. And we are also quite close to the museum where all the collectibles go. But here we go, first trailer load of canola. So how much are we going to get? We're currently selling at the best price. The price is actually better than the best price. So let's keep that money racking up, please. Okay, excellent. Just over £10,000. Now we're going to have another one of those and a little bit after that. So that's great. So I will head back, we'll get filled up, and then we'll head back straight away and see that money rolling in. Alright, next lot of canola going in, so that is going to leave us with about 2,000 litres in the silo. I think we will just leave that in there for now. That is a very long way to go for a couple of thousand litres. If we can sell it somewhere closer, we will. If not, we'll leave it in there to build up till next time. Keep a little bit in the piggy bank. So it does look like Mary is pretty much done on the field. Where is she actually? Ah yeah, just completed their task. Wonderful. So before we head back, let's just pop in here. This is also getting very low on fuel and it needs a service. So we are going to have to spend a little bit of money on our equipment soon. Unfortunately, we haven't really got the money for it, but it is something that needs to be done. So we'll just hook this up to the seeder and then we'll make a start on the grass, I think. That is if we've got enough seed. I don't think we do actually, so that may be a little problem. Let's find out. It needs to be probably 20-30% at least, I would say. 7%, that's nowhere near enough. Okay, let's forget that idea for now. I'll sort that out later. We'll buy a bag of seed when we're next at the store, but we will do it in this month to give it a chance to grow. So let's head back to the oil mill. We'll get this sold, and then that is going to put us close to £40,000 again, which would be lovely. A very much welcome boost to the funds. This is lovely. Second lot of canola. So there we go. So I think I will sell the couple of thousand litres that we've got left, but I'll probably just sell it at the warehouse or somewhere. We'll lose a couple of pounds on that, but it saves coming all this way. We might as well sell it when it is worth £1,200–1,300 every 1,000 litres. It's a couple and a half grand really, so silly not to. But there we go. So that has put us on £39,000, which is nice because we've bought a greenhouse, we've bought some more animals, we spent a little bit of money, not too much, but we started off with about £1,500 in the bank, which is obviously not good. So we are building up. Excellent. So next time around, what we will be doing is field number 2. We'll be getting that grass in, trying to get some silage as quick as possible. Then in December, we're going to have lots to sell. We've got wheat to sell, we've got oat to sell, we're going to have more planks, we've got all those rice saplings. There is lots and lots to sell. So with a little bit of luck, we should be close to about 100k, I would like to think. If we could get close to 80, 90, 100k, that would be nice. And then we've just got the decision, do we keep on saving up for a new piece of land? Do we keep upgrading the equipment? Obviously, I know that both the tractors need a good service, but that is lots and lots to think about. So there we go, that's it for this one. So thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.